Hey, everybody.
Oh my goodness, it worked.
We're almost on time, too.
We're kind of on time.
We're like 8 minutes late. I mean...
Well, honestly, well, if you explain to the masses why, what happened?
Like clockwork. So, this show is way different than what we normally do. We are... Well, I guess first, let's do some introductions, right? Let's let the people know who we are, right?
Go for it.
What's going on, everybody? I am Half Lumberjack. My name is Greg. With me, as always, to my left, the beautiful...
The big man. The big... What was it? The Big Daddy P.
Yeah, Big Daddy P. This is the Technically Speaking live show. This is a weekly get-together where Scott and I talk about the week's happenings in tech. This week, we had a pretty substantially busy week. Some of us were not around for most of the week, doing fun and interesting things. Some of us were busy at work. So, as a result...
We're just out of town.
I am actually running the live show today from my laptop, which was unusual. You usually do it from your laptop.
It's
last
true.
week, if anybody watched last week, we had a lot of problems with dropped frames on our live show, so we're going to try something a little bit different.
Not my computer.
That's
the difference.
Yeah.
That also means that due to our professional level planning, there are some things that are normally missing.
Ah, crap. I forgot about the lower thirds.
You did.
Son of a gun, man.
You totally did. You put so much effort into plopping through.
I'm going to try and do it on the fly.
You're going to do lower thirds on the fly.
Let's see if I can do
Okay,
it.
so I'm going to let you do that.
You should talk about our sponsors.
I should. So we have.
I don't have that one either.
So we have several. Hang on, I got to go get the sponsor stuff. Like this is all happening right now. Tech show.
This is how prepared
a dumpster
we are.
Fire.
We
should have just been 15 minutes late at this point.
Whatever. People come to expect that.
You know what I haven't done though?
What haven't you done?
Spilled beer in my laptop.
Oh, it's gonna be like that.
Okay.
Thanks.
So
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay, you ready to do this?
Yeah. Do your
so
thing.
First sponsor of the video is our friends at Rinky. They make some of the best phone cases that money can simply buy. You can find them on Amazon.
That is a true story.
We are going to be making a commercial specifically for them very shortly. But unfortunately, I was out of town this week. Our other phone case friends at Minimal. I have them backwards. Hang on.
Wait for it.
Professional Minimal case. These are also some of my most favorite cases. I have a Pixel 1 that has a Minimal case on it, and I have a Pixel 2 XL that also has the Rinky case on it. And oh my goodness, a whole lot of folks have joined us in the chat.
Oh yeah.
And as a matter of fact, there is a bit of a celebrity.
What?
I'm telling you right now, a bit of a celebrity right
what?
here. There is one Mr. Orrin Hancock, who is constantly in the stories that you see on like the Android Police and Android Central. He showed up in my LinkedIn feed.
Did he really?
You showed up in my LinkedIn feed, Orrin. I legitimately cannot believe that I have a celebrity following our show. It's clearly for me.
Well, clearly. I mean...
It's not for you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just the pretty face. You're the talent. Clearly.
That is very true.
That's completely accurate.
Dean, you're absolutely right. Lighting is different. What you'll notice is there's a whole lot of things about this show that's different.
That is pretty much the understatement of the century.
Bad.
Because it's bad. That's awesome. All right, I'm not even going to mess with the lower third stuff.
Do you want me to just send it to you?
I have it. I just can't get it to work.
Okay.
Technology show.
Oh, man.
So, whatever. You can find us on social media. You can find me on Twitter at Ominous Hominid. That would make a lot more sense if we had our lower thirds up and running. So, yeah. Boy, just on fire right now, man. We are just... stellar. Just stellar.
Hello to Brian, and no, Orrin, you, sir, are the celebrity. I appreciate you. I am humbled by your presence, merely humbled by your presence. I appreciate you joining in for the live show tonight. Brian, as always, it is a pleasure. I got to see a lot of my homies this week.
I heard about that.
I got to see a lot of my homies this week.
Why don't you give the folks your socials, and let's talk about your homies.
Twitter, at Scott Peachy, ScottPeachy, Fuzzy Fruit with an EY on the end. And at Scott Peachy06 on the gram.
The
Instagram. So Greg and I have been toying around with the idea that in this video, by the way, what I'm about to say, I don't think he knows.
Don't have any idea.
I
what
love
you're
when I
talking
do
about.
this to you, by the way.
It drives me nuts.
You're like, I like to plan for my shows. Oh no.
Yeah, because that's me.
Because you clearly have
type A.
done a really great job of that. Ooh, solid burn. Boom.
I have to remember that
Ooh.
there may or may not be children that watch, and there may or may not be people attached to our professional lives that watch, because I want to tell you exactly what I'm thinking right now.
Solid burn.
Whole lot of 4-letter words. Whole lot of them.
And one of them is love.
One of them is
Definitely not love.
something like love.
Dean, don't with the Apple stuff.
You and your apple crap.
Slow your roll, big homie.
Apple crap.
Apple crap. What are you
We
talking
haven't
about?
said
What do you
anything
think
about
about
Apple.
Did you see my last video? The
Wait,
Anyway,
what's the other one? You shut up in your face.
Oh my God! Another celebrity joined. Ben.
Ben.
Hey Ben.
The man himself.
Oh, he'll know what that means. He'll know what that means. Oh, he'll know what that means. Also, one person who's actually too afraid to type in right now is one Mr. JB.
That's all we need.
Oh, you just Mr. JB.
I see out there.
He can't. I'm
watching.
I got you. Also, yes. This is probably the live show that I was really looking forward to the most, because I just basically begged all my friends on the West Coast to watch our show. I was like, "Hey guys, I'm talking
totally
about some
should.
stuff."
It's a really good show. We really, like Greg and I, we really have our stuff together. It's a really professional looking show.
not professional
We talk
show.
about
We're literally going to make most of it up off the time.
which we do all the time, off the top of our head.
Off the time.
Off the time. That's what all the cool kids say now, right? I almost knocked my beer over.
Oh, right into
I
your...
did this.
So I'm thinking about turning off monetization for this video.
Just so you can play music.
Just so I can play music.
The only reason. Are you going to play good music, Scott?
No.
No, you're not. What are you going to play?
I don't know.
Be serious. What would you play?
I'm going to play Endless Love.
Yes.
I am.
Yes, you are.
But,
I know this.
But here's the deal. I'm going to do that with our friend right here that you can't see.
Oh, just barely. I didn't realize that was on
It's in the
camera.
frame.
There it is.
Wait, I can't see. Turn on. Hang on a second. What are you doing in the background here? Oh,
You don't
God.
worry
Hang
about
on.
it. Shh. You be quiet, Google.
Hang on. Shh. Google. Work with me here.
Work with me. There it is. You're kind of in the way of the microphone there, champ.
Dean. I called you out. Dean.
Yeah, you can't say that. We called you out particularly. We
Yeah,
love our
come on,
regulars.
Dean.
You know we love our
Dean,
regulars.
here's what you do. Dean, what I need you to do is take your thumb, go like this, and poke your wife that's laying right
Yes.
next to you. Literally just poke her.
Yeah, just once. Just let her know we're there.
Just to let her know.
Tell her we said hi.
Yeah. Give her hugs and kisses for us.
All right, topics. Wanna talk
Wow.
about some-
Somebody said you'd think after 18 shows that we'd be better at this.
Oh,
You, sir.
you would be correct.
You
would hang on. You would be not entirely wrong. How about that? I can't actually say.
turned out for what?
That's a good one. So we got a bunch of, let's be real. It's a bunch of random topics. It's stuff that we have found that is interesting, that hopefully promotes interesting dialogue between Scott and I. We typically argue about, everything. So, yeah, let's start right at the top.
Okay, go for it.
One of the first topics that I saw this week that I feel like will definitely divide us. I am always on one side of this, and I feel like you're probably on the other one, given your predilection for all things Google.
Yep.
Logitech has announced that they are going to discontinue services attached to their Harmony remotes. So these Harmony remotes are pretty crazy expensive remotes that allow you to program like all of your home theater devices, your TV, sound systems, all that kind of stuff. So you can control it via one, let's be real, super legit, awesome looking remote control. They have since decided to discontinue that, citing a security certificate that they don't want to renew. And people are pretty ticked off about that, because what that means is that if you spent a couple $100s on these Logitech remotes, they are now useless hunks of plastic, or they will be, I should say, come March when they actually do the discontinue. Which, to me, begs the question of, if you've got a hardware manufacturer that has the ability to shut off a device and thus render it completely useless, does that change, and should that change, whether or not you purchased the product in the first place?
How long was that supported?
A while. I think the last one. Let me look it up.
Okay, you look it up while I'm gonna, because you know where my argument's now going to go towards.
Oh, I totally know where your argument's going to go to.
Yeah. So I'm going to take this just a little bit differently. So this is one of those situations. While this is hardware, and the other one I think I'm about to mention was free, but caused a whole stink, was the Google Reader.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like that
is literally the Google product that people just won't. They
will never let it go.
It's the Firefly of Google products. It's just the thing that nerds attach to, and they just won't let it go. How's that for a reference?
Wow, Firefly.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a Firefly lover. I said it.
What?
Firefly.
Judge me. So I am judging you.
Judge me.
Please don't judge me. By the way, monetization is off.
Okay. So
actively.
So that's gonna happen.
Hang on, are you ready?
Yeah, you can do it.
Hey Google, play me the song that says, "Please don't judge me, and I won't judge you."
Sure, Don't Judge Me by Chris Brown.
Oh! I don't want to actually listen. Hey Google, stop.
You just wanted to prove that it would work.
That's gosh darn right.
Good.
That
save.
was a great.
That was a great save.
That was actually a great use case right there.
Yeah.
If you want to know, okay, so what I just did. This is a Google Home Mini. So if you're a person that right now you don't know the names of all the songs, obviously I knew that was Chris Brown, of course, because ask
because you know.
Because I do. But if you can look at your Google Home and simply just say, "Hey, play me the song that goes like blah," and as long as you get fairly close, it will play you the song.
You don't even have to sing it, which is impressive.
I didn't sing it. I just said it, and it on the fly. You saw it right there. It actually did it. So please don't judge me.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm not gonna look this up. So short version is
it's a long time.
It's been out for a while, but it's been a continual line of products that they've had for quite some time.
And they're breaking the entire line.
As far as I know, yes, they are discontinuing the entirety of the Logitech Harmony line.
Now, Jason brings up a good point where they could have just released all the source instead of just bricking everything.
Okay, so Jason, that's an IT dork level argument that I wish more companies would do, but I mean, let's be real. Why don't companies do that? Because they don't want to release their intellectual property. Because that software might be either used for something else somewhere down the road, or they may decide that the business case changes and they want to re-release it. So, brother, I feel you. I also wish they would do the same thing, because I am the dork that would then take that source, fire up a server on my network, install that, and have my own service running off my home network. That is for sure something that I would do. But I get why they won't.
I don't have to like it, but I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's from a business standpoint, it makes total sense. It's just it sucks that it leaves the customers out in the cold.
Yeah,
so
it does.
I think the thing that bothers me the most about the Harmony is it's a remote control.
Yeah,
I'm controlling a TV, sound system, stuff like that. It's not entirely clear the extent of the service loss that will happen in March when they shut this off. But every indication is that it will effectively be bricked, meaning non-usable. So these are not cheap remote controls. We're talking about even the cheapest one is like $150 for the cheapest of them. And they're great. I don't get it. The nice thing is, so initially Logitech had said if you still had a Logitech Harmony that was under warranty, that they would give you a free, what's called a Logitech Hub, I think, or Harmony Hub.
If I was a consumer of their product, which I am not, if I got that, I'm like, well, I mean, why would you're giving me a free thing that you'll just brick in 2 years anyway? And that's the logic I would think.
And that is my point as far as any IoT or any service-based thing I'm hesitant to get into, because this is another argument for you no longer buy things, you're just leasing things. You know what I'm saying?
People do that with their phones right now. They pay for it. They could own it, but they're making the choice to pay not only for the phone, but also that like $10-15 extra a month to get the free upgrade whenever.
Well, I mean, but you could even make the argument that you're effectively leasing your phone when it comes to like OSs and stuff like that. Like when your thing falls off of support, that's it. Like you get sweet Jesus, really? How old are you? When your device, when your smartphone runs out of support, that's it. You get no. I mean, like I have a 6P. Not helping my case. I have a Nexus 6P.
Bye. Why?
and I'm not getting the next version of Android.
Oh.
Matter of fact, what is
You know what you gotta do? Let me upgrade ya.
do it.
Should I? Hey Google, play the song that says "Let me upgrade ya, upgrade ya."
I wanted to spit my beer so
Sure,
bad.
Upgrade You by Beyonce.
Yes.
Google Play Music.
Yes.
This is the whole reason.
Hey Google. Hey Google. Turn it off.
This is the whole reason why he demonetized. Like,
It
he
is-
just wants to be able to play music. That's it.
Look, I'm telling
We
you
need
right
like
now.
a soundboard full
Look,
of music to play.
This is a very much perfect example of on the fly in real time. You can
Yeah.
get no more real
Yeah.
time than this to exactly what it had to do.
You know what I really want to do now? I really want to do like two white dudes painfully rap music and see if Google can figure out what it is. Like, just
okay.
in the most ridiculous possible
All right,
way.
someone in the comments send 2 random songs. Now, please, I'm going to plead with you. For God's sakes, know that there's some things that we just cannot say.
That we won't. And matter of fact, I'm just gonna ignore you. Like if you
Like,
put something out there that's ridiculous,
really, really
Justin,
bad, I'm just not going to do it, Justin.
I'm talking to you. You know it. I'm not going to do it. All right. So, yeah, I mean, does that impact your decision to buy an IoT or a cloud-based device? Like, if you're buying the hardware to exercise or to use the service, does that change your opinion?
You know, it depends. It would depend on the company. Now, I would have actually trusted Logitech. I
Yeah,
really
I
would
agree.
have. Like,
I have a bunch of Logitech stuff. I have a lot of Logitech. Matter of fact, this webcam is a Logitech C920.
And that's
That
the
is
thing,
a
it's like-
Logitech webcam.
I honestly wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
And so I would have trusted the brand. I now question their Internet of Things vision.
Yeah.
I'll trust them for mice,
Yeah. Keyboards.
cameras,
Yep.
keyboards,
Yep.
that type of thing.
Non-cloud enabled things. Justin.
Yeah, Justin, I see you. Method Man. Okay, it's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, all great. I don't. So we should probably pull up the lyrics and see if we can see how far along we can go.
I want to do Kendrick.
Here we go.
I wanna
This
do
is the one
Kendrick
from
so bad.
Jason that says, played that song that says, "When the booty go dun dun." dun.
You do that one now.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Fun story. I have witnessed him talk to his son and say, "Hey, like, can you sing the song?" Or like
who
you do the
dropped
setup.
that, and
Yeah,
then my
and
son
then-
will go
dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun. dun. Dean says, "I hate that Audible won't let me officially use the book unless it's via their app because so you can
yeah.
give one book away when you buy it, but you have to do it via the app.
Yeah.
Because it's basically getting that person's information and then signing them up. It's a real sneaky way to at least get 1 month of Audible out of somebody.
But I mean, like modern logic basically says if you're getting something for free, you're the product. You know what I mean? Like that's the
I
whole
agree.
Google mentality. And by the way, like that's a thing that I not only do I understand, but I willingly accept. You know what I mean? Like it's a pretty transparent transaction at this point. Even if it is non-obvious to most people, it's a fairly transparent transaction. Like I know that I'm giving Google my information, and in return I get sweet services back.
I get sweet services, but I also know that they're making bank
for
off
sure.
me.
For sure, for
Especially me.
Yeah.
Look, I've just used Google Home twice.
Yeah.
And it's about to be a third time. Hey, Google, play that song that says it's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Sure, playing Puff Daddy Feet, the Notorious
Ben.
B.I.G., the Locks and Lil.
Throw
Kim.
your hands
it's all
in
about
the air.
Benjamins on YouTube.
Hey, Google, turn it off.
You just wanted to prove that Google
I just
knows
want to
everything.
prove that Google knows
everything.
Knows it all.
It's the context thing that's really impressive to me. Like the fact that you can just say the lyrics and it
How about I'm gonna say this in the widest way possible. Hey, Google, play that song that says "I love it when you call me Big Papa."
that's pretty painful.
Sure, Big Papa by the Notorious B.I.G., playing on Google Play Music.
Hey Google, turn it off.
I love that song.
That's such a great song.
I'm such a hood rat.
That's JB's like anthem.
Really?
That is his anthem.
I mean, I get it. Anyway, moving
See,
right
Ben's
along.
even playing off of it. See, Justin, this is what you get when you join the live show.
Yeah.
It's just a big interaction, man. This is what we do.
Every week it's just a little bit different.
God, I love that I demonetized this. I am
Are you happy
so
about that?
excited about that. I can't wait until we get a copyright strike.
Yes. All right, so next topic. Google smartphones are not going to get the crack fix until December. So, for those that aren't super dorks that keep up on information security and stuff like I am, there's a really big exploit that came out for this thing called WPA2. Basically what it is, it's the encryption that keeps your wireless safe and secure. Google recently announced, oh, by the way, it impacts everything.
Yeah, all the things.
Yeah, pretty much everything. Including like home routers, your cell phones, your anything that uses Wi-Fi basically could potentially be susceptible to this vulnerability. So it's a big deal, right? So a lot of other providers, including Microsoft, has already patched, and Apple has already patched a lot of their devices. Google recently said that they wouldn't fix their phones until December. But here's the thing. Turns out that may not be such a bad thing. Not that it's a good thing that they did, but it may not be as big of a deal that they're not doing it until December. This tells you a little bit about Google's mentality when it comes to like Internet of Things, hostility to the internet, stuff like that. So, in this article that is on Ars Technica, love that website.
Ars Technica.
Ars talks about how basically Google came out and said, yes, we're not going to do the fix until December, but that doesn't mean that you're completely exposed, because Google, they showed some of their developer documentation where they talk about, they tell developers that if you're going to have your application send traffic out to the internet, then that traffic should also be encrypted. So what that means is...
Yeah, give me the explain it like I'm 5.
What
Or
that
this
means
would have been a
is-
perfect one if I had any idea to try to explain it from
yeah.
a tech perspective.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is encryption inside encryption. So if you are connected, while I'm connected to your network, I'm secure via WPA2 for that connection.
Yep.
Then any of my applications that are also doing things on my phone, sending data out to the internet,
Encrypted.
that is also encrypted. So if somebody should break your WPA2 encryption on your Wi-Fi router and get onto the network, they still wouldn't necessarily be able to see the traffic coming from your applications, which is why Google says, yeah, it's a big deal, but we're not going to fix it till December. That's impressive. That tells me that Google is clearly thinking about how hostile the internet is, and potentially making the right decisions for us as consumers. I think that's an important thing to point out.
It tells me that they basically like we got your back.
Yeah.
Even like when like you might feel as though that we don't, but we do.
That means something to me, because Apple right now is kind of getting the reputation for being the company that cares about security because of their stance on encryption. And again, this is not like condemnation of Google. This is not saying that Google doesn't care about encryption, but there were some public events that happened not that long ago with...
Oh, we're going to talk about it.
Okay. So public events...
I have a bone to pick with Apple people.
Yeah.
Apple versus Google, this whole thing. I got a bone to pick with Android people, too. Oh, it's coming.
I mean, we can transition into that.
No, I don't want to take away anything.
No, because, I mean, my point is that I like when Google is transparent about their stance on security. And I wish that Google would make a bigger deal about being transparent on security. Because, again, right now, Apple kind of has the reputation, right, wrong, or indifferent, undeservedly so, of being the company that cares about security. Even though that's pretty skeptical. At best, think about Face ID.
They're going to give people
You gonna finish that statement, or are you just gonna kind of wander off and? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You went.
I was reading.
Exactly. You were reading the comment.
I was reading the comment.
Anyway, so why are you mad at Apple and Google people? Yeah.
Oh, hey, Greg.
I don't know if you know this or not. We're in the middle
live.
of the show.
We're
in
live.
the show right now.
Oh, San Diego stands for Wales.
I wondered how far you were going to go with that. Anyway, what's your point?
So, Did anybody notice that Apple had to put a statement out on their website about the iPhone X display? Did anybody notice that?
Okay.
Did anybody notice that within that said statement, it mentioned that the screens, being an OLED display, might slightly have a blue shift or a tint, some would say.
Really? Because that sounds remarkably similar.
But I didn't hear the backlash
Yeah.
from the Apple iPhone X
Yeah.
having a blue shift. I heard about the fact that there's a couple YouTubers out there right now that say that the iPhone X struggles with face unlock with sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I heard that one. But boy, in that same sentence, I did not hear them talking about the blue shift.
Yeah. Oh, on the Face ID topic, I also saw an article where two twins that don't look that similar can unlock each other's phone.
So,
Face ID unlock, by the way. Like, need to point that out. So,
but hang on. But the iPhone X has a blue shift issue.
yeah.
Have you seen all the pitchforks and axes out there talking about the blue shift on the iPhone?
Sure haven't, Scott.
Oh, well, that's a shocker. Let me
Yeah.
be very clear with my next statement. The fact that Google came out and is under this incredible amount of scrutiny for their screens is stupid. Flat out.
Yeah.
Dumb. I was a person
Here.
that fell to the mercy of others saying, "Oh, the blue shift, the burn-in." Now, in fairness,
Burn-in is, yeah.
that is where
will
I drew
support
the
you on
line.
that,
Like,
yeah.
the burn-in, I was like, "Oh, that's not good." Okay, not burn-in.
Yep.
Have a Pixel 2
Yeah.
XL. No
Not
burn-in.
burn-in. Screen
retention. That I can say I have.
Which, by the way, I'm almost positive that the new iPhone also has screen retention issues as well.
Well, wouldn't you know that that's true?
It's almost like what we're talking about are some common physical characteristics of OLED displays.
I wouldn't know that.
That's so weird.
So
how
random.
that
The
happens.
fact that Apple had to put a statement on their website that if you just kind of compare the two, just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah.
Sounds an awful lot like the Google one. So here's the deal. This is the reason why it's not such a big issue. Apple people don't care. They just don't. They don't care. They don't look at a phone the same way an Android user does. They just don't. And it's okay. But that's part of the reason why they just don't look at it.
So,
Like, I don't even know if people would have noticed the blue shift on an iPhone. I had heard no one talk about
But here's the
that.
thing. Here's the thing. Who are and I'm trying to be dispassionate, right? I'm not trying to actually crap on Apple people, but let's be real. Of the people that we know,
Physics. Why you do this?
of the people that we know, name the two closest to us that have iPhones.
Our spouses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are they technical people?
No. Well, hang on. Before we both get in trouble.
No. Look, my wife would be the first to admit it. I'm not saying that my
wife's
okay.
techie-ish.
My wife is not
Techerish.
stupid by any stretch of the imagination, but she doesn't care about technology in the same way that we do. Like, the fact that the phone may or may not have a blue shift when viewed from a certain angle means nothing to her.
Yeah,
She just doesn't care.
She doesn't
it's
care.
It's not a relevant thing. Like we being not. We are more technical not because we are Android people, but just because we are more technical.
Yeah.
We have made the decision that we want something like Android that is kind of more inclined for technical people.
Agreed.
Versus something like Apple, where it's a lot of hand-holding. Mind you, me saying this as I'm running the show off of a MacBook Pro.
But look, they make great products.
Pixelbook.
Don't get me wrong. They make. I know, right?
Come on, Google. Help me help you. I want it so bad.
Pixelbook. It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
So pretty. And the pen.
No.
So pretty.
Dat horsepower. I want.
Oh, it's so
I
pretty.
want dat horsepower for that price. Anyway,
What about tech people who still use Apple? Great question. I wouldn't say
Yes.
that that's necessarily a bad thing. I think that there
Yeah.
are definite advantages. There are a lot of tech people that use Apple for a variety of reasons. One of the reasons specifically, and I have no shame saying this, Apple puts out a great product.
Absolutely.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It runs great. It does exactly what it's supposed to. Function. It is accepted by everyone. Every developer almost always develops for Apple
Yeah.
before Android. I would argue that's probably 85% of the time.
I would agree
There
with that.
are those folks that will do only Android or Android and then Apple, But Apple is far and away like the leader in that industry. Plus, they have great cameras, great cameras, great video. Just all in all, it's a great packaged product. So it has really nothing to do with it. It's just typically the more tech savvy folks are probably more inclined to go Android.
It's a total generalization. Like, let's be real. We recognize the fact that we're generalizing, saying that tech people tend towards Android. It's kind of hard to say. And also the other thing too is, like, if I had criticism to level at Apple, it's holy crap, is your stuff expensive for what you get? That's a big one to me. I mean, they're beautiful. Like, I love my MacBook. I do too. I mean, I love my MacBook too. Again, not to keep coming back to the Pixelbook, the Pixelbook hits me in all the right places. Like, you've got the horsepower in spades. I am absolutely salivating at the mouth, waiting for a reason to buy a Pixelbook, because without the software that I get on the MacBook, and the only reason that we have this is
the
Final Cut Pro.
So the editing.
Give me a reason. Give me something that I can edit on a Chromebook or a Pixelbook, and I'm
on record right now. If you were like, I'm not an Adobe Premiere Pro guy.
Yeah,
I can use it. I don't like it as much as the Final Cut Pro that I have now.
Yeah.
But if you give me something that's pretty close to Adobe Premiere Pro on a Pixelbook, I will sell this MacBook the next day.
I would be super tempted to do the same thing. I want a Pixelbook so that I can play with it. I want to check it out. So I'm hoping that I get a chance to do a review in the not too distant future. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
So I have had a chance to see it. There's someone else here in Columbus that has one.
Yeah.
Jason actually has one right now, and I had a chance to see his. And so it's super duper thin, like stupidly thin. So our MacBooks are right now.
I mean, they're not thick by any stretch. I think they're just over a half-inch thick. What is it? 0.61.
Okay, so this is very scientific. So roughly, the bottom half of my MacBook Pro is the width of my finger. That is how. Okay. That's how thick the entire Pixelbook is.
Okay.
The width of my finger.
Now, the impressive thing behind that is
the fact that I have a really thin finger.
Not at all. The impressive thing behind that is, I'm like as a hardware nerd, right? The fact that the MacBook Pro is as thin as it is, and it has the aluminum unibody chassis. It is the thinnest MacBook that they've ever produced, with the aluminum unibody chassis, which helps with cooling, and cramming that much hardware in there. Cooling and battery life are like two of the biggest problems that MacBooks would have, right? So the fact that it's as thin as it is, and this is the MacBook, the fact that the MacBook is as thin as it is and still manages to have some pretty top shelf hardware in there. Mm-hmm. Now, the crazy thing, the Pixelbook, I have beard hair in my mouth, it's so gross. The Pixelbook, on live show, the Pixelbook has almost the same hardware. Still has a Core i7 processor. Yep. That's a top shelf Intel processor. Mm-hmm. Still has 16 gigs of RAM. So do these. It's pretty much almost a one-for-one comparison. And for it to be thinner, that's a cooling nightmare. Engineers at Google, my hat's off to you. Man, I can't wait to get my hands on that thing and see what it's all about.
Oh, God, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. And the keyboard. Bro.
Oh my God. So major miss with 2016 and 2017.
Holy
the
crap,
keyboards
they
on these
missed
things
suck, swing and a miss.
Suck.
It's just that's what it is. It is.
Thanks, man.
Look, the touchpad.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't even describe to you.
You're killing me, man.
How great
it
is. And it folds over and it like does like the tent mode.
Yeah.
It gives me a tent. And then it folds all the way over. That might have been pushing the boundaries. I know that Brian's son that watches us. Speaking of Brian and your son, thank you so much. I have something in the mail coming to you guys. I appreciate you guys watching us from Nova Scotia.
That's crazy.
Our Canadian friends.
I love the fact that we are we at least have like some sort of an international presence. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's pretty dope. Do you
Like,
got, wait,
I really
hang on.
do love the
hang
people
on,
that
wait
are
a minute, hang on.
outside the us.
Dean's gonna be upset. Dean,
I said international.
I
said
yeah,
my
but
international
I
friends.
specifically called out Nova Scotia. I gotta call out the UK. Dean, my brother. Mm-hmm. Reach over there, maybe with the bigger thumb, and poke your wife and say, "Look, I got these two. I'm gonna try to say this. I got these two blokes. I got these two blokes in the U.S. and they said that they like me. And you know what? You're right, we do. Wow.
Blokes.
He's in bed, Brian.
Whatever.
Oh, it is 8:30 or 8:13 or whatever. I got you.
So
Tell him we gave him a shout out though, and then have him watch the show later.
you gonna do the Android Police article about?
But did I get done crapping on Apple? And
I mean, are you done?
look, I think the OLED thing is.
I'm just trying to keep you on task because
Oh,
otherwise
God,
you will just squirrel and then you're gone.
I know, and I said that I needed to stay on task.
Yeah.
Didn't I? We're not on task.
Help me help you.
I can't. Let's just do it live.
Okay.
Do we need another song? You pull up the next one. Random lyric. I need give not endless love because you'll get upset.
No, it's not that I'll get upset. It's just that it's terrible music.
You're a terrible person. Let's do Lionel Richie because everybody
Am
knows
I
it's
wrong?
like a
Am I wrong?
running gag at this point.
I'll wait.
No, I mean just to talk about it. Somebody give me a Lionel Richie lyric.
No, don't.
Not
do it.
the obvious one.
Don't do it.
Don't do
Don't encourage
hello. Everybody does hello.
So do you want to do this one now, or you want to wait?
Do the AI one. I think that's pretty funny.
Okay.
Because you know about that one, yeah.
So anybody who has ever watched any of our live shows or anything on our channel knows that we have a soft spot in our heart for artificial intelligence. We usually bang the gong about how artificial intelligence is terrifying and it's here to steal all of our jobs. But when AI is not busy being terrifying, it can also be pretty flippin' hilarious.
Yes.
So there's an article on The Verge about these dudes from Australia that set up a chatbot where you can take a scam email that you get and you forward it to this chatbot, and then the chatbot will reply for you and basically just string the scammers along, just waste their time, just to annoy them. And some of the responses are absolutely hilarious. So there was one about where, oh god, I gotta find the text for it. I promise it's worth it.
Sorry, Dean. Not the UK, England. Sorry. Ebony and Ivory. Okay, that's the
You
next
do
one
that
we
one?
got.
You going? You doing it?
Give me a minute. I'm trying to find so what I'm trying to do is put the Google Home to the test. I'm trying to find some random, way down deep lyric to see if it actually picks that.
Not the hook.
Not the hook.
Gotcha.
I'm sure that might be something to do with if I could spell ivory. Invery.
So the service itself is called Rescam, right? And here's an example of one of the. I'll just read the first sentence that came out of this bot. Hilarious, right? I am indeed, it says, "Dearest recipient, I'm indeed delighted to read from you, knowing fully well that the hand of God is upon my contacting you." And
What?
And as you've read, R-E-D, not R-E-A-D, the color red. As you've read through my proposal mail concerning the nature of this transaction and what I would like you to do, after you must have this fund secured in your care. That's the type of email that this bot is sending out just to waste scammers' time. I think it's brilliant. This is very reminiscent of, and I know that this is your inspiration for screwing with telemarketers.
God, I love doing that. Oh my God.
There's a dude who set up a Raspberry Pi in a script that would, as soon as he got a scam call, he would basically return the call and just flood their entire call line with this pre-scripted, pre-canned announcement sent out by this Raspberry Pi of basically, scammer, I'm going to fill up all of your phone lines so that you can't harass anybody else. I think it's hilarious. Absolutely brilliant.
Dean, the Silver Bridge over the Ohio River. Where's the
do we live near the Silver Bridge over the Ohio River? So we don't
live near the
anywhere
Ohio,
close to the Ohio
the
River.
Ohio River at all. Not anywhere close to
2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's 2.5 hours south. I
Rough,
think.
yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
Ohio is a weird shape when you get to the bottom, so it can be you can get to the Ohio River in somewhere in about 2 hours.
Yeah, roundabouts. We're like in the middle of the state basically. But I fully appreciate how, like, if you're not from the U.S., like, you have no concept of how far away some things are. So there's a fun story about when I worked for an international manufacturing company.
And interesting way to put that.
Well, I almost name dropped it, and then I'm like, probably should not do that.
Probably not.
So I worked for this international manufacturing company, and the people that would come in from said international area
Oh my god.
would like when they first showed up, they would talk about how they wanted to, like, oh, this weekend we're gonna go, see the sights around America. We're gonna go to, like, we're gonna drive to Washington D.C. and then we'll head over to the Grand Canyon and see what that. I'm like, you're not doing that in a weekend, dude. You're doing that in maybe a week.
You could do it in a weekend
Maybe.
if you had a private plane.
Well, yeah,
Maybe. Even
Yeah.
then, ugh.
yeah,
All right.
it's fun stuff.
Hey Google, play the song that goes, "I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom."
Sure, Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla. Here it is on Google Play Music.
Boom.
Wow.
Hey Google, turn it off. So I literally just went down to like some
Just a random
line in Ice Ice Baby just to see, not a hook. I mean, it's hook-ish, I guess. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive.
yeah, I mean that's pretty good.
But then again, my barrier to entry is pretty low. So
Is it?
for impressiveness, no, because at this point, like, if it's the better part of black magic, I just assume that Google can already do it. You know what I mean?
Black magic. Your magic is hilarious. And yes, we can judge distances. I know that I can drive 2.5 hours and get to the Ohio River, if not cross it. Very judgy, McJudgerson. Why don't you judge some more, Judgy? Judge. Hey, Judge Judy.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
hey, Justin, how's that podcast going?
Oh, burn. Wait, that's my fault.
No, blame him. Don't fall down on the sword for him.
That's what I do.
No.
That's what I do.
No.
Anyway, Google Assistant on Pixel 2 is not detecting voice input through Bluetooth smartphones. That
seems like a problem to me.
I can 100% attest on my AirPods.
Okay.
I cannot do it. However,
Yeah.
there is a workaround, and I've discovered it.
So hang on. First of all, let's quantify, like, the scope of this thing. You say it not detecting voice input via Bluetooth headphones. Is
Okay.
this every time? Is this 50%
Oh, yeah,
of the time?
no, it's every time.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Ooh, that's a miss.
So, like, if I
That's
enact
a big miss.
like, if I enact the assistant by saying,
Yeah.
okay, the keyword,
Yeah.
even though I've already said it like 1,000 times today,
Yeah.
I don't even care. It will recognize that you said something,
Mm-hmm.
so it hears you,
Yeah.
and then when you begin to talk, it doesn't pick it up because it's trying to pull it through the Bluetooth, but it's just like nope, and then eventually stops.
Is
now,
this
I thought,
Scott Explains Tech?
yeah, this is good. This is pretty much all. So you do the thingy and you squeeze it, and it talks. Basically, what happens is I'll enact the assistant,
Yeah.
and it will come up, and then for whatever reason, the Bluetooth doesn't pick it up
Huh.
at all. I've tried AirPods.
Yeah.
I've tried like Jaybirds. Doesn't matter.
Have you
Doesn't
tried-
matter.
Have you tried any other headphones?
No. Doesn't matter.
You haven't tried any other
no,
headphones?
it doesn't matter anything else at all. It just doesn't work.
Have you thought about trying other headphones?
If I could get them, I'm waiting. So, allegedly, the Pixel Buds shipped today. I have not got that update.
I
Look,
guess
I'm
I didn't
telling
buy
you, look,
one. I really wanted to
I-
buy them when they dropped. I did not.
I bought
should've.
them on October 4th, my birthday.
Oh my god.
My birthday.
It never
and
ends. It never ends.
I haven't got an update yet. And I literally was mashing F5 on it to try to get it as fast as I could.
But so apparently some of the consumer edition Pixel Buds have already shipped, and I'm already starting to see this is the painful part about being a YouTube channel at our size. We see the big boys in the industry that get the hardware and they get a chance to review it and crap on it, and then the rest of us plebes are kind of stuck like everyone else waiting to get the hardware. So it's like, man, I would kill to get my hands on some of this hardware early just to play with it. I'm not even asking to keep it. I just want to play with it and go, yeah, it's cool, and then send it back and just have some type of content to be able to compete with the big boys. We'll get there someday.
Dude,
My
we're at
point.
like 3,300 subs.
I mean,
We're
to the
doing
point where
our
we can
thing.
no, hang on.
This
To the
is a
point,
mo-
stop. To the point where we can get big enough to say, "Hey, Google, why don't you slide me a Pixelbook 2?" and then take us seriously. You see what I'm saying? We're not there yet.
Who is?
Linus.
MKBH. Okay, hang on. He has a
That's-
whole media group.
That's what I said. The big boys, the big players, the names in the game, the big guys that actually get some of this content or some of the hardware early enough to be able to play with it so they can make the content and have it ready to go for the day that it releases. I strive to be there. I want you all to
Thank you,
have the
Justin.
latest information possible.
Are you done?
I'm done. I was just going to keep going.
I know. I'm going to go back to the actual topic at hand.
What were we
the
talking? Oh, yeah. I totally forgot.
The assistant coming through. Okay. So, I can attest to this. I thought maybe it was because the Pixel 2 and the AirPods didn't want to play nice together. I thought. Unfortunately, it's actually not the case at all.
I got to read Dean's comment.
Greg, did you know one of the biggest security software lives on the web is based on 40 lava lamps?
No. Did you know that one of the biggest security software live, I'm assuming, on the web is
Live.
based on live or live?
I don't
It's
know.
the same spelling.
I know that. It's Dean. I don't know.
Stupid. Based on 40
You
lava
very
lamps.
nearly just got a whole... Yeah! Yeah!
No, I'm not sure I follow the reference, Dean. So I would love to know more about this. Also, Ben, hugs and kisses. We love you.
Justin, not so much. No, even though I said have a good night.
Yeah, Justin.
Anyway,
enjoy
so
that wallpaper peeling.
I am hoping that it eventually fixes itself. I
mean, it's-
especially now if we're getting things like the consumer edition Pixel Buds are coming out. Like
It sounds
you
like
look
it's a
on Twitter, it's
software
like
issue.
Linus has it. I mean,
Yeah.
Android Central has it.
MKBHD.
I haven't seen his, but I've seen like
I haven't
Android
watched it yet.
Central, Droid Life, whatever the last one I said, Linus, all came through,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all like, "Look at these cool pictures," and I'm like, "I
Words.
want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yep.
I
yep.
want it." Anyway, I'm excited about those when they come in, and I'm hoping that they have fixed whatever this is, because it is kind of an issue. However, I have discovered a workaround. And so for those folks that have it, I'm going to do this live on the air, where you can actually...
Yes, Dean, you are correct. It is
Yep.
it is plebeian, not plebeian.
So if you go into the... So if you're on a Pixel device, which if you clearly are if you're having issues
Why am I
with this,
watching your screen? Like
I don't
haven't
know,
seen
like
this
you've
already.
seen this
Yeah.
already.
I'm like, oh, what are you showing me, Scott?
Slide in and go to your settings in your Google feed. So when you go to settings and then you scroll down to the bottom, so within settings you see the assistant at the top. Settings, what can you do? Scroll down to it says search, notifications, so on and so forth, down to voice. At the very bottom part of that, it says Bluetooth headset. Records audio through Bluetooth headset if available. Toggle that off.
Huh.
And it
That's
has
it.
That's it. It has since worked every single time.
That's
No
Interesting.
idea. Thanks for tuning in, William. Appreciate it.
you're good people.
Yep.
That's
No
funny.
idea what the issue is, but it has. I haven't had an issue since.
So I mean, so clearly it's a software problem. Google
it's software.
will be
It's-
able to fix
yeah,
it.
it's not hardware.
It's not like the Blue Shift where people are like, oh,
I don't
and
understand
then-
manufacturing
Yeah.
OLED displays.
Except
For Apple also has it.
all right, you got anything else on that one?
No, that one is basically. I gave you a workaround.
Yeah.
If you
I
want
mean,
to do
that's
it.
pretty solid. That's helping you live. That's what we're all about.
Boom. I need another song. Let me go with. I got an idea.
Are you gonna do one after every story now? Is that what's happening?
No, I'm just doing it because I want to, and it makes me think of it.
Okay. You want me to go, or
Yeah,
do you want me
keep
to wait
going.
for you? Okay, so here's a question: are we at the beginnings of a major tech backlash, and maybe even as far as saying monopoly or anti-monopoly proceedings in the U.S.?
This is Al Franken, right?
This is Al Franken, Senator Al Franken here in the U.S. He's, for our international friends, he's a dude in the government. He is
Formerly Stuart Smalley
yes
on Saturday Night Live.
yes
And doggone it, people like me.
not
I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me.
He's-
That's it.
I mean, not that I'm trying to get into politics or anything like that, but like
He's a smart dude.
he's a smart dude. Like I mean, depending on how you agree with his politics and stuff like that, like I don't have an opinion of him being a bad guy. Cloudflare,
Yeah, Cloudflare. I don't know what that is.
the CDN, the Content Delivery Network, Cloudflare. That's
I don't-
CloudFront. I don't know what the
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, Cloudflare. Okay, I got it now. I'm with you now. So anyway, so Al Franken. Are you gonna do your song?
Yeah, I'm going to do my song.
Do your song.
Hey, Google. Play that song that's... crap, I screwed up. Cancel. See, it's canceling right now.
Redneck by Wheeler Walker Jr.
Wait, what?
Sure. Playing on Google Play Music.
I don't think we want that. Strong pass, Google. See, this is what happens when you
You're
mess
welcome.
up. What, Wheeler Walker Jr.?
Did you hear the title?
Did not.
I unplugged it.
Whew. Gonna catch that one in post.
Ah.
Hang on, now we're gonna have to deal with. Boom, boom, boom. It's gonna play. So, good thing we demonetized.
Well, yeah, probably. Should probably put an age restriction on it now too. Fortunately, Google bleeped it out.
Hey, it did. I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
got that. Okay.
That's what the beat. Well, yeah. Don't, hang on, we gotta figure out what timestamp we're at because I totally want to go back and listen to this.
Hang on, I'll be able to tell you.
By the way, we're an hour in.
Oh God. Okay. Well, let me do this last one.
Yeah, your thing. We only got a couple stories left anyway, so we're good. Yeah, we got a couple stories.
Hey Google,
3, 4.
play the song that goes, "Been saving it all for you, 'cause only love can last."
Like a Virgin by Madonna.
Boom.
Playing on Google Play Music.
Hey Google, turn it off.
So anyway,
That's impressive.
Senator Al Franken, down on the floor of Senate, talking about Jeff.
We're not
Sen-
gonna get into it.
I'm not a fan. Don't get me started. So Senator Al Franken talking about Amazon, Facebook, and Google, and basically the his stance is that those tech companies are starting to use their technological advantage to all but hold people hostage. Sort of. These are my words, not his.
I get it.
But basically, the amount of power that these tech companies wield because of the programming that they have, the algorithms, it is almost creating a monopoly effect. So,
Yeah, so part of the issue that I have with that, look, I like Al a lot. Like I call him by his first name, like we're friends. Look, Al, hey, let me talk to you.
Frankie, as we refer to him.
Stuart.
Yeah,
Stuart, let me talk to you,
Stewie.
Stuart.
Anyway,
We chose to enter into the contracts or the contractual agreement of giving our data to these companies. And Apple, much like Google, I don't know how to do it with Apple, but I definitely know how to do it with Google. You can remove your data from Google. You can extract.
extract,
Thank you.
export.
That's two.
Yeah,
You can do all of those things.
you have
he said,
options.
to remove your data from Google. Now,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean remove your data from search. If
That's
that information's public, that's different. That's not the right to forget like you have
I was gonna say
overseas.
only our international friends, hi Dean, have that.
You have the ability to
that
be
luxury.
right to forgotten, but
We don't.
the data that you've provided Google, you can withdraw from that.
Yeah.
You can download it. You can exit all Google services, and Google gives you the ability. I would be shocked if Apple didn't have that ability. I don't know how to do it. If you go to
Yeah.
Google, I think it's
I mean,
takeout.google.com, you can find out all the data, and you can download your data from Google, so you still have it. You're not going to be able to do much with it.
Google, I'll give Google credit. They actually make it easier than a lot of other companies do. Like just as an exercise in futility, go try and unsubscribe and delete all of your data from Facebook. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to do.
Non-trivial at all.
You have to. So there's a you nuke it from orbit Facebook. There's a version to do that, and that's very difficult to navigate. But there's also like a deactivate. So there's a deactivate, which Facebook really wants you to do because all your data still lives on the Facebook servers. But then there's the whole nuke it from orbit that very few people do, mostly because people have a fear of FOMO. Fear of. I said that wrong.
That's
People have FOMO. Fear of missing out.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know what FOMO is, but
yeah, FOMO,
okay, gotcha.
fear of missing out.
Yeah.
So they just deactivate because they really just need to take a break.
Well, the other thing too is with Facebook, if you so previous iterations of like Facebook Nuke It from Orbit were to just go in and change all the details on your profile, and then it's like, okay, now I'm a 66-year-old woman from Alabama instead of me, right? Mm-hmm. The problem is Google or Facebook knows that. They know that you made the update, and then they can just go, okay, well, this isn't accurate because he's been this for so long, he didn't just suddenly change. So then they basically disregard that change, and they still have the associative data from way back here.
Yep.
So previously, polyopoly, yes. Previously, the way that you would silently, slowly but surely edge your way out of Facebook was to just change minor details slowly over time until the point where your profile over time didn't reflect you. But I mean, that's a huge time commitment because you're also talking about like changing who your friends are, unfriending old family members, changing details about. I mean, it's not a quick and easy process. You have to be massively dedicated to want to get out of Facebook that bad.
Oh yeah, 100%, absolutely,
massively
1,000%. So I'm going to pause it here, throw a curveball at Greg. Okay, by a show of hands,
I have no idea.
By a show of hands, someone inside the chat, if you're watching the show right now,
let's take a moment to appreciate you said by show of hands.
You can show a meme. You can throw an emoji in there with the hands up.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
But you're not wrong and you're annoyed that I'm not wrong. You're annoyed that it could work by a show of hands.
Yeah, because I wasn't thinking about that. I thought you were just being an idiot.
No. Like, okay, someone put their favorite Okay, first of all, I need to know if anyone has a Google Pixel 2, so the smaller of the Google Pixel 2s, a Google Pixel 2 XL, an iPhone X.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that.
Thanks, Google. An iPhone X. Or an iPhone 8, throw your favorite emoji in the chat right now.
You're not even going to tell them why.
Just, if you have any of the phones that I just described, iPhone 8, iPhone X, Google Pixel 2, or Google Pixel 2 XL, throw your favorite emoji in the chat right now. I'll tell you why after the emoji comes in. And if no emoji comes... Right, I'm gonna string them along. This is the play.
Okay.
This is the play.
Okay.
I'm trying to do something that lasts they stuck with us for an hour.
That's true.
An hour and really it's been an hour because let's be real, we started late.
Well, yeah, we don't pay you guys enough. Let's be real.
We really don't.
Actually, it hasn't even been an hour because I don't think we were even live at 7:35.
Oh,
so there's that.
No one at all has shown their
panda.
A panda. So. Jason, congratulations. You are now going to be given a Rinky Pixel 2 XL case.
How do you know that's what he has? Maybe that's not what he wants.
Because I know Jason enough to know that when he puts the panda in there, it means he has the panda. I know him well enough to know.
Maybe Jason has an iPhone X. You don't know.
I was literally just with him earlier this week.
Maybe he sold it since then. You don't know.
Except for the fact that I know he's having a panda delivered tomorrow. Congratulations, Jason.
A real panda?
Got a Rinky case for you. So next time that I see you, we will make sure you get it. So thanks for watching with the show. We wanted to give it away. Again,
we're kind of hoping that we can do more giveables.
I know. I want
to do
this.
Of the show, yeah.
Google
just to kind of give back to the people that actually put up with our
Pixel
live
2,
ramblings.
New iPhone, a couple iPhone X's. If you guys know a significant other that needs one. Another iPhone 8. Yeah. We're going to do a giveaway. We actually want to give them away to fans. So that's one thing that I did notice when we do our giveaways.
Yeah.
They're fans, but they're not fans. You know what I mean? Like, they're not the ones.
These are the ones right here.
Yeah.
These are the ones that show up every week and put up with us.
Booyah!
So big thanks to Rinky and Minimal for helping to sponsor the show. We definitely really, really appreciate that. They were the ones that were kind enough to provide all of those cases. We've actually had those for quite a while.
We have. We're going to set up a giveaway. We're going to do the commercial, though.
Yeah,
it's cases, Dean. I'm sorry, man. I mean, we're a small channel.
And we're cheap.
Yeah.
There's also that.
Well, I mean, it's not that we're cheap. I mean, my God, we've got two
but imagine
MacBooks here.
But let's be real. Imagine if we had to like give away substantial products at a regular basis, we would go bankrupt. Much as I would love to. I mean, we win the lottery and y'all getting paid. I promise that.
Oh yeah, I promise you, we're not
Yeah.
going to be giving out cases. We might
We're
give cases
giving
with a
stuff
stack
back.
of hundreds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boom. Do you want to do other stories or?
Well, okay. We've got 3 left.
Do we want to hit them real quick or do we want to?
We can do 2 quick ones. I feel like this one is going to go longer.
I don't know if I have the time for that.
Okay, let's not do that. You want
Okay.
these 2 quick ones and bounce?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, we got 2 more quick stories, and then we'll roll out.
Okay.
This one I just thought was kind of funny. German cops had to raid a dude's apartment, break down the door, because Alexa, unbeknownst to anyone, decided to crank up to max volume and start a party. So if you say, Alexa, let's have a party, it starts playing loud music. So fired the volume all the way up, and this is like 2:00 in the morning. So the cops had to break down the door and turn off Alexa. I just thought that was hilarious.
I'm trying to figure out like how in the world does that happen?
I have no idea. I don't think this article was a little light on the technical details. I'm still waiting to see like what the kind of technical analysis behind that was, but yeah, that's funny. That's the kind of like Internet of Things, not worst case scenario that I'm afraid of, but information security is not quite where it needs to be yet for me to go, okay, I'm ready to just let artificial intelligence and computers and all that stuff run my house.
Run my house, AI.
I
Yes,
there.
sir. I shall do that. Thank you, Jarvis.
Also, I'm totally calling mine Jarvis. If I ever get like a house
I
AI,
want to
it's
so bad.
oh, totally gonna be Jarvis. You got anything to say on that one?
I have never had that problem with Google Home.
That's so funny. I was gonna do the same thing. You know, it doesn't have that problem. Google Home.
Hey Google, tell me a joke.
One joke coming up. There are 2 fish in a tank, and one says to the other, "How do you drive this thing?"
Wow.
Crickets. That was
Wow.
That was not good. Oh my god! I can't believe I haven't told you that. Did you hear about the dude that he talked to Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri, and went through and just said, "Tell me a joke, tell me a joke, tell me a joke." Wrote them all down, took them all to a stand-up open mic night, and read them, and then documented which ones got the best laughs. And the whole thing was a science project to figure out which AI is the funniest.
Which one won?
You'll have to watch the video. I'm not gonna tell
Oh,
you.
come on! Do a Mad Lib. Right now?
Oh, I know that one.
Oh, like on the
Yeah,
on the assistant?
because assistant will
Oh,
prompt you for.
I mean, we can even let you want to go over the stories. I do
Whatever,
want
it's
to
your
talk
time.
about that. Twitter. Okay, 280 on Twitter. Stupid.
Really?
Do not like it. It is a purpose of brevity.
No, that's not at all what it was.
That it Google. But I almost said Google. Google. Blah.
Maybe her.
Twitter, regardless of whether or not that was the intention in the beginning,
Okay.
its intent now
You okay?
is 140 characters. That's how people know the tweets, the Twitters.
But does Twitter not also have an obligation to its shareholders and its customers to react to market forces and adapt as usage changes?
It's slippery slope.
I get that, because the logical argument is like, okay, so if it's 280 now, why not just be unlimited? I mean, because
That's fair, and I would not want that.
I would not want that either. I think there is value to having a limit. I agree with you there. But I think fundamentally the difference between 140 and 280 still forces you to do the same thing. You still have to say, okay, if I'm going to do any type of like a real point, I have to be very judicious with what words I use. Like, it still forces you to think about what you're going to type before you type it. I think that is valuable. But the idea that you have 280 characters means that you can be a little more nuanced in what you put out on Twitter. I think that's important.
I don't like it. I wish I would have had the option to do like click a button to do like 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have liked that more.
Yeah.
Because it gives me the option of like okay, I don't want that. Like, I don't want the option 3. Like, I don't have to read 2 and 3 if I don't agree with 1.
Okay, fair.
Like,
yeah.
but now it's like I got to read the whole friggin' novel, and I don't want to.
280 whole characters, the whole novel.
Dude, I'm telling you what, it's a way big difference when you're expecting 140 characters, and all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of people that are like,
now,
you know what, I can do 280, and then everyone was doing 280.
So the fact that it destroys, like, so pre-280 change, you could flip through Twitter pretty quick. I mean, you're talking like really short burst communication.
Yep.
In that sense, I totally get it.
Yeah.
We've got limited screen real estate on our phones, so when you double the size of the tweets that you're getting, it's not a one-for-one relationship, but you're basically necessarily having the amount of tweets that you would get on your phone screened at any given time.
Yes.
So that kind of sucks. But
that sucked.
I mean, Twitter doesn't have much of a choice. They're not doing so hot in the marketplace. Even though everybody uses Twitter, they're not really growing. Twitter is kind of facing almost the same problem that Facebook is, which is it's the platform used predominantly by older generations. Younger generations just don't care.
No, they do Snap and Insta. The gram!
Both of which I think are stupid.
I like Instagram better than Snap.
I would agree with that 100%. I think Instagram
there's-
has a purpose still.
What?
But
No, let's not get into that. That'll be another story. Because
Yeah.
I struggle with their purpose.
I'm not saying it's a justifiable purpose, but the fact that it's like, hey, we're about pictures, and then Twitter is, hey, we're about text. I get that. Like, Instagram started off as like, take pictures, share them here. Twitter started out with send text, share it here, and now they're slowly but surely kind of crossing into each other's domains, because you can now post pictures on Twitter. Well, not now, but you could post pictures on Twitter, and now Instagram you can basically chat on there. So they've kind of lost what their core identity is, again, because of market forces.
Yep. Okay,
So-
I'll give you that.
That's why I'm not.
I don't like
get
it.
your point. I totally get your point,
Yeah.
but I think still having a limit, even if it is double, is
I think
valuable.
I think probably the issue that I have is that they just doubled it. Like, they just were like,
arbitrary. Like yeah, make it
280.
bigger. Yeah,
Like, what happens? Why not 200?
yeah,
Why not 180? Like, why not just a little bit more?
yeah.
Because a lot of the time, it's not one of those situations where I'm like, God, I wish I just had like an extra 140 characters. It's like, I wish I had an extra like 10, 5.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Not like a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
Not, yeah. 140 characters is okay for you. You don't have all the stupid silent letters we have, especially the bloody us like they use. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but
Look at Twitter.
favorite. That's another one.
Yeah,
Favorite.
armor, color.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do the old English spellings, yeah. But I mean, look at Twitter. Nobody knows how to spell on Twitter anyway.
That
Like,
is.
if you
for
get
darn
proper
sure.
grammar, it's because it's a short tweet. Otherwise, you basically have to massacre a sentence, or you have to go, okay, that didn't fit in 140 characters.
It's like, how else can I say it?
Yeah.
Okay, if I take out a space between the period, which by the way I do not like to do that.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
Drives me insane. Like, okay, I won't use and, I'll use an ampersand,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I don't like to do that either. But
I'll do that first.
I'll do the ampersand first
Yeah.
before I do removing the spaces between a period.
Yeah,
and the next. Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I can't do that.
I do not.
I can't
like
do that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Okay.
I've had to scrap entire tweets that I thought would be
Funny.
funny tweets. I scrapped it because I couldn't get the idea in 140 characters.
That would Twitter. That would be a funny AI. Is to take and like teach it how to take an idea and
Yeah.
put it in 140 characters. I have no idea how to do that.
No, legit, there are summarization bots that are out there right
Oh, there
now.
are? Okay.
Oh, yeah. So Reddit is rife with these. With you link an article, and then there's a bot that will go through there, read the article, and then attempt to summarize it.
Really?
Super fascinating. Yeah.
Is
That's been around for a while.
Is
actually.
it any good?
Shockingly, yeah.
Okay.
It's actually really good at it, which is impressive to me because, like, even as a person, how do you? I struggle with reading an article because I'm an idiot. No, I struggle with reading an article and then going like, okay, like what are the important? Like, if I was going to summarize this for somebody, especially tech ones, because like I get tech. So if I was going to summarize this and trying to like briefly describe like quick paragraph, what is this about? It's like, well, there's a lot of details in here. What are the important details? Like that's hard. It's tough for me.
You want to do Mad Lib real quick?
Yeah, we'll do Mad Lib and then we'll bounce out.
Hey Google, do a Mad Lib
Sure, I'll pretend to go get a pencil.
That's funny.
This is Mad Libs, the world's greatest word game. I'll help you fill in the blanks.
Okay.
This Mad Lib has 19 words.
Oh, God.
If you need to quit,
We need to
say
get people.
stop.
Listen
Put
up.
on your
We're going
thinking
to call
cap.
for you.
First, tell me a plural noun.
Plural noun.
Cool. Say an adjective.
Fabulous.
Good. Tell me a number.
6.
Great. An adjective.
Outstanding.
That's the way. Give me a plural noun.
Shoes.
That's the way.
What does that even mean?
A noun.
House.
Clever. Tell me an adjective.
Red.
Good. How about a male person in the room?
Greg.
Way to go. How about an adjective?
Bigly.
That's the way. You've played before, huh? Say a verb.
Ran.
Good. How about an adjective?
Fast.
Cool.
That's
Give me a noun.
Dog.
Nice one. How about a plural noun?
Oh my God. Books.
Way to go. An adjective. That's the way. Give me another adjective.
Small. I might have
Cool.
already said that one.
4 words to go. Say a noun.
Holy God.
Outstandingly purple.
That is not a noun.
Okay. Give me a part of the body.
Foot.
Cool. Tell me an adverb.
That's you.
And? I don't even know if this is an adverb.
English,
Sure,
Dean.
But I can't save your
English.
words. Do you still want to quit?
No.
Great. We'll pick up where we left off.
Please
Give
do.
me an adverb.
And? Is that an adverb?
Just so you know, I can't save your work. Do you still want to quit?
No.
Great. We'll pick up where we left off. I need an adverb. I didn't catch that. Now, give me an adverb.
Lightly.
Good. Last word. How about a noun?
Microphone.
Okay.
Do you see what I did there?
I am
that
dumb.
was the
we're
longest freaking
dumb.
It's way harder.
Okay,
Like
here we
noun
go.
stuff, I was like, noun? Slowly.
I call this Mad Lib, how to throw a party. Here is a list of plural noun to make throwing a fabulous party as easy as 1, 2, 6. 1. Outstanding food. Choose things that everyone likes to eat, like pizza or fried chews. And make sure you have an assortment of house soda to drink. 2. The right music. You'll want to pick songs that are red. Try to select bands that everyone knows, like the Greg Band or the Bigley Dolls. Most importantly, choose music that's easy to ran to. 3. Fast decor. Making the dog look right is a big part of the night. Hang lots of books from the ceilings and walls, and have skip favors for everyone. 4. The perfect guest list. Of course your small friends have to be there, and maybe even the cute outstandingly purple you've had your foot on in school.
What?
Just make sure your guests all get along lightly. A fight could really ruin your microphone.
Wow.
That was an awesome Mad Lib.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wanna
it was
play
something.
again?
No, I do not.
No.
No.
Strong pass.
No.
Okay, thanks for playing.
She's
Something
very
like that.
sweet.
Nice girl.
Nice girl. Not too
nice,
bright.
I say nice girl, just a little on the dumb side. It's by Foghorn Leghorn. Thank you, everybody. I'll be here all week.
Oh boy, I wish you weren't.
Aw, pumpkin. You got anything else?
No, let's wrap it up.
All right, let's wrap it up. Go. I was so gonna just screw with you.
Find me on the Twitter machine at @ScottPeachy, ScottPeachy.
Fuzzy Fruit with the EY.
on the end. Instagram, ScottPeachy06, and you can find him on.
I am pretty much only on Twitter because I loathe all other forms of social media. I am at Ominous Hominid. There, I stole it from you. That's pretty much it. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you for everyone who watched live. Really, really appreciate it. We love you all. Okay, so there's 10 minutes I'll never get back. You're welcome, Sheila.
You're absolutely right. It's 10
Please
minutes, sweet.
believe that we got... I was about 8 questions into that, and I was like, this is going...
awful.
Yeah, that was a bust. That was a bust. So,
wing and a miss.
For sure. So,
Okay.
Love you guys to death. We will see you all next week.
Love you, mean it.
Peace.
Deuces.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm controlling the show this time.